in November 22, in April 2022, the value of the dollar was equal to 76.16 rupees. It went up to 82.34 in October. It came down to 81.81, but today it is reeling. It is around 82.8 rupees per dollar. This phenomenon has happened, and is there a conflict between dealing with this problem and dealing with inflation? The question is, what led to the increase increase in the value of the dollar in relation to rupee, or decrease in the value of the value of the rupee? The point is, in an earlier period, the value of the currency, the external value of the currency, was largely determined by the current account deficit. If the current account deficit is higher, the value of the rupee fell. And if the current account deficit fell, then the value of the rupee or the domestic currency also went up. But it is no longer true because of the capital transactions. Because what happens when there is a current account deficit, there is a greater demand for foreign exchange. But if there are capital transactions, like money flowing into the country, because people are wanting to invest in Indian shares or want to put it in the form of direct investment, foreign money, that is dollar, comes in, and therefore, in spite of the current account deficit, the rupee, its value does not fall because of the capital inflows. What has happened now is the inflation level in United States increased also. And therefore, to control that, they raise the rate of interest to a high level. And therefore, investors in the United States found it more advantageous to invest in US itself rather than send the money to India, or even to the extent of selling the shares they were holding in India and taking back the money to the United States. Therefore, it is a capital flow movement. Earlier, the value of the rupee was maintained because of the inflow of capital. Now the value of the rupee started falling because of the outflow of capital. And it is this outflow that resulted in what is happening. In some sense, in my view, that what is required to control inflation and what is required to control the depreciation in the value of the rupee is the same, which is to raise the rate of interest. Therefore, there are occasions in which what the country has to do in terms of maintaining the value of the currency and what it has to do in order to control inflation may be moving in the opposite direction. But that is not true now. Now it is in the same direction. But why is it still falling? Because the rate at which we are applying the control mechanism is less strong than what the United States is doing. The United States went to the extent of reducing it by almost 75 basis points a few times. I will come back to that a little later. But the point is that the direction in which monetary policy has to work is the same. But what the quantum of that is a matter of dispute.